It is August 1st on 2018. We're in front of a picture of the longest running living monarch on the earth. He died 2 years ago, but he reigned for 70 years. He had the World Guinness title of being the longest running king. And now, for the last 2 years since he's been dead, every time you go into a theater, they have a beautiful song about him and a collage of his reign of 70 years. And people weep and sing. It's at every single movie. It's a very touching thing. He was a much beloved king. But that's not what I want to talk about today. That's where we are here in Thailand on Doi Suchep, one of the biggest mountains in northwest Thailand. I want to talk about being afraid of God. When you hear the word God, do you go, oh, or you feel like, oh, do you feel pain? Do you feel hurt? Do you feel fear? Do you feel resentment? Do you feel hate? Do you feel like vengeful, and get that away from me? If that's what you're feeling, there's a reason that you feel that way, okay? Human beings' brains don't fully develop until they're 24 years old. You're not even a fully developed brain human until you're 24. Humans take the longest amount of time to raise from when they're born to when they're actually able to go up by themselves. At age 14, we start to differentiate from our parents. We start to separate. That's when you begin to see people start taking drugs and smoking cigarettes and using porn and having sex. And you also see them going into religions really hardcore because they're separating from their parents. But here's the news. Until you're 14 years old, no matter who you are, male, female, gay, straight, married, single, black, white, it doesn't matter. Your higher power is your parents, your mother and father, or whoever raised you. You might be raised by an aunt or an uncle, but whoever raised you is your higher power. As a human being, as you grow, that's what you see. So if you get to be 27 or 35 and you need to stop acting out and somebody says, you need God, and you go, oh my God, that's not the God that they're talking about. The thing that you fear has nothing to do with God. It has to do with your parents. That's where the fear comes. The fear of God, the fear of the God that the Jews were talking about means respect. That's not what we're talking about. If you know full well that you can't stop acting out, and the people who are successful say you need God and you won't do it, there's a reason that has nothing to do with the person that's telling you that, the group that's telling you that, the objective God. It has nothing to do with anything. It has to do with you and how you feel about God. And that is directly related to your mother and father. God gets blamed for a lot of stuff. It has nothing to do with God. So if you're feeling incredibly reactive and violent, give yourself a break and say, we have an expression, take the cotton out of your ears and put it in your mouth. Something to think about.